Please subscribe and click the notification bell.
Okay, a Friday afternoon just before 4 o'clock. And this is Legazpi Village. This is the first place I came to when I arrived about 5 years ago. Almost exactly. July of 2018 was my first trip here. And this is the street that I stayed on. Legazpi Street here in Legazpi Village. So this brings back memories. Let me squeeze through here. Now this is the corner of Legazpi Street and Paseo de Roxas in Legazpi Village. Greenbelt Mall is right in front of us to the right. And the very first hotel I stayed in is on the next block. It's called Makati Diamond Residences. And I remember it like it was yesterday, arriving at the hotel after that long trip to the other side of the world. You just never forget that first arrival. It's coming up here on the left. Right here, where this car is coming out. That's Makati Diamond Residences. That's the first place I stayed. My first 10 days in the Philippines were right there. Greenbelt is across the street. So this is what I experienced first 5 years ago. This is Greenbelt 5 to the right. Okay, this is kind of the end of Legazpi Street right here. Greenbelt 5 is on the right. So this is now Rosa Street. And this is interesting. Right in front of us is that half-mile long walkway that's protected from the weather. It's above the roadway. You can see it right there. People walking above the roadway. It's protected from the elements, so you don't have that hot sun beating down on you or the rain. It's really clever. So people can walk from one end of Makati to the other along that protected walkway. It's elevated, so it's above the street right here. This is Rosa Street, and that elevated walkway is above to the right. I think it's like a mile or half a mile long, something like that. It really is really nice when the weather's hot or rainy. Anyway, this is Rosa Street in Legazpi Village. This light here. Starting to drizzle a little bit. Now I haven't been on the bike in a couple of days because of the rain. I just had to get out today. I'm gonna make a left here. See Palanca Street. See Palanca. Rain's getting a little bit heavier. But in the Philippines, you kind of call this no rain. This is like nothing. And you really can't wait for no rain at all. You'll be in the house constantly if you're waiting for zero rain. So this is like nothing right now. This little bit of drizzle. Now, if it gets heavier, that's a different story. But right now, this isn't much. I'm going to make a right here on Paseo de Roxas, and that'll lead me to my second home for my second trip, which was in February of 2019, all the way to April of 2019. I lived in one apartment. I guess it's called a service apartment, kind of like a hotel room with a kitchen. It was on Gamboa Street, which is right here. This is Gamboa. And it was in the building called KL Towers. So kind of like a serviced residence. I stayed there for a couple of months. That was a nice little apartment, I have to say. But priced more like a hotel room. It's up here on the left, just past this light, KL Towers. Now that apartment had some view because I was up on the 26th floor, I believe. So I had some view of Legazpi Village. There are vlogs from that period, from February, March of 2019. So they're still up on the channel, so you can see what that apartment looked like. Actually, I think it's the very first vlog I ever made was from the KL Tower apartment. This is Rada Street. Now we're going to go straight. Through the drizzle. A lot of condos here in Legazpi Village. A lot of expats live here in Legazpi Village also. Kind of an expensive area in Makati. Let's make a right here on Rufino Street. Takes us up to Ayala Avenue, which is the big thoroughfare here in Makati. A lot of traffic on the other side of Ayala Avenue. The rain is starting to come down a little bit harder now. Still not too bad. Still, I would call it drizzle. Okay, here we go. squeeze through here. And that's about it. A lot of traffic here on Friday afternoon on Ayala Avenue. There we go. Thank you. It looks like I can't go anywhere. We're coming up to two hotels I stayed in November of 2019. First I stayed in the Shangri-La, which is up ahead on the right, and then I stayed in the Peninsula, which is up ahead on the left. They're right across the street from each other. So this is the corner of Ayala and Makati Avenues. Shangri-La's to the right, and the Peninsula's to the left. Now, as far as I know, the Shangri-La is closed since the pandemic. Now, pretty much everything else is open, but I want to check this out. I can't believe that this is now like 3 years later. The Shangri-La is closed. Here's the side of it. Looks like it's closed. Let me get to the front. I find it hard to believe that this hotel, this huge hotel, is still closed. Yep. Still closed. It looks like there's workmen up there on the roof there. So maybe they're renovating it. But this is where I stayed for my third trip in November 2019. Again, there are vlogs for both Shangri-La and the Peninsula. Two very expensive hotels. That was an expensive trip. I lived in Shangri-La for I think 2 weeks, and I lived in the Peninsula for over a month. So that was a kind of a luxurious stay here in the Philippines. But yeah, Shangri-La is still closed, and it's now July 2023. Wow. Ask these guys if they know. Hi. Do you know when this is going to open again?
Yes. Reopening is August 8th.
Really?
Yes.
August 8th?
Yes.
Wow. It's been a long time.
Yes, sir.
Why did they stay closed for so long?
The pandemic, sir.
I know, but everybody else is open, you know. Maybe they're renovating.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. So August 8th,
Yes, sir.
Shangri-La reopening. Wow. I'll have to check it out. Wow. Beautiful hotel.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. August 8th. Okay, so now I know. So that means it's been closed for over 3 years, I think. Wow. Okay, anyway, this is West Street. And this is the Glorietta area, Landmark. All the malls are in the center of Makati here. I'm going to go right. And get back to Makati Avenue. That's Greenbelt 4 in front of us. Greenbelt 4. Hey, is there right on red here? Is there right on red? Yes? Great. Thank you. I turned green anyway, but now I know there is right on red. I don't know. They don't say there is and they don't say there isn't. They don't have any signs. Anyway, okay. So Shangri-La is reopening August 8th. Now up here across Ayala Avenue is the Peninsula. This place is absolutely gorgeous. Definitely a 5-star hotel. It's up here on the right. I stayed here for, like I said, a little over a month. back in December and January, back in 2019. Just before the pandemic, I stayed here in the Peninsula. Let's check this hotel out. This is probably the nicest hotel I stayed in all the places I stayed in the Philippines. Beautiful pool. I remember I used the gym. The gym was fantastic. What a gym they have here. This is definitely a 5-star hotel. I don't think they're going to let me in here. It's a big security check here. Yeah. Hi, how are you? Yeah, I think you have to be a guest. But that's the famous Peninsula here in Makati.
Please subscribe and click the notification bell.